Why you shouldn't read the news. Earthquake in Sumatra, plane crash in Russia, man holds daughter captive in cellar for 30 years, Heidi Klum separates from seal, record salaries at Bank of America, attack in Pakistan, resignation of Mali's president, new world record in shot put. Do you really need to know all these things? We are incredibly well informed, yet we know incredibly little. Why? Because 2 centuries ago, we invented a toxic form of knowledge called news. News is to the mind what sugar is to the body. Appetizing, easy to digest, and highly destructive in the long term. A dozen reasons exist to give news a wide berth. Here are the top 3. First, our brains react disproportionately to different types of information. Scandalous, shocking, people-based, loud, fast-changing details all stimulate us, whereas abstract, complex, and unprocessed information sedates us. News producers capitalize on this. Gripping stories, garish images, and sensational facts capture our attention. Recall for a moment their business models. Advertisers buy space and thus finance the news circus on the condition that their ads will be seen. The result? Everything subtle, complex, abstract, and profound must be systematically filtered out. Even though such stories are more relevant to our lives and to our understanding of the world. As a result of news consumption, we walk around with a distorted mental map of the risks and threats we actually face. Second, news is irrelevant. In the past 12 months, you have probably consumed about 10,000 news snippets, perhaps as many as 30 per day. Be very honest. Name one of them, just one, that helped you make a better decision for your life, your career, or your business, compared with not having this piece of news. No one he has asked has been able to name more than 2 useful news stories out of 10,000. A miserable result. News organizations assert that their information gives you a competitive advantage. Too many fail for this. In reality, news consumption represents a competitive disadvantage. If news really helped people advance, journalists would be at the top of the income pyramid. They aren't. Quite opposite. Third, news is a waste of time. An average human being squanders half a day each week on reading about current affairs. In global terms, this is an immense loss of productivity. Take the 2008 terror attacks in Mumbai. Out of sheer thirst for recognition, terrorists murdered 200 people. Let's say 1 billion people devoted an hour of their time to following the aftermath. They viewed the minute-by-minute updates and listened to the inane chatter of a few experts and commentators. This is a very realistic guesstimate since India has more than 1 billion inhabitants. Thus, our conservative calculation, 1 billion people multiplied by an hour's distraction equals 1 billion hours of work stoppage. If we convert this, we learn that news consumption wasted around 2,000 lives, 10 times more than the attack. A sarcastic but accurate observation.